Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to today's world. My name is Sangam. आज डिस्कस करिबा किछि important GS question for upcoming government exam. First question is the capital of Kalinga according to Jain and Buddhist literature in ancient time was. First option is Tosali, second is Dantapur, third is Kalingapatnam, fourth is Kosla. Correct one is option B, Dantapur. According to Buddhist literature, Mahagovinda Sutta and Jatakas, Kalinga was an independent country and its capital city was named Dantapura. It has also been described as Uttaradhyana Sutra and Sutra Krutanga of Jain literature that the place of Kalinga emperor and rich businessmen were made of ivory, thus the city was called as Dantapur. Okay, move to second question. Who was the first Indian woman to win an Olympic medal? First one is Karnam Malleswari, second is Saina Nehwal, third one is Mary Kom, and last one is Sakshi Malik. Then correct option is option A, Karnam Malleswari. Karnam Malleswari born 1st June 1975 is a retired Indian weightlifter. She is the first Indian woman to win medal at the Olympics. In 1995, she received the Rajiv Gandhi Khel Ratna, India's highest sporting honor, and in 1999, the civilian Padma Shri Award. Civilian Padma Shri Award. Then correct one is Karnam Malleswari, first Indian woman to win an Olympic medal. Next, move to next question. Scissor cuff is associated with which sport? First is badminton, second cricket, third one is hockey, and fourth one is football. Then correct option is football. Scissor cuff is associated with football. Move to next question. Who was the first woman chief minister of an Indian state? First option is Indira Gandhi, second is Suchit Kriplani, third one is Sarojini Naidu, fourth one is Mamata Banerjee. Then correct option is option B, Suchita Kriplani. Suchita Kriplani was an Indian freedom fighter and politician. She was India's first woman chief minister who served in Uttar Pradesh. Which state? Uttar Pradesh. From 1963 to 1967. Correct option is Suchita Kriplani. Move to next question. Who was the first Indian to receive the Ramon Magsaysay Award for the contribution to community leadership? Which award? Ramon Magsaysay Award. First option is Baby Amete, second is Acharya Vinoba Bhave, third one is Brigesh Kuren, and fourth one is Arvind Kejriwal. Then correct option is Acharya Vinoba Bhave. Acharya Vinoba Bhave was the first Indian to receive the Ramon Magsaysay Award for his contribution to community leadership. Contribution to community leadership. Acharya Vinoba Bhave was the first Indian to win this prestigious award. Correct one is Acharya Vinoba Bhave. Move to next question. Jhijia dance originated in the Indian state of Dash. First option is Bihar, second one is West Bengal, third is Rajasthan, and fourth one is Gujarat. Then correct option is Bihar. Correct one is Bihar. Jhijia is a famous cultural dance of Bihar region. It is mostly done during the period of the Dasahara. Women balance the lantern made of clay on their head and dance. Then some important dance form of classical dance in India. First one is Bharatanatyam. First one is Bharatanatyam. This is first one is Bharatanatyam. This is Tamil Nadu. Second one is Kathak. This is Uttar Pradesh. Then Kuchipudi. Kuchipudi is Andhra Pradesh. Odissi. This is Odisha. Then Kathakali. Kathakali is Kerala. Satriya is Assam. Manipuri is Manipur. Manipuri is Manipur. And Mohini atom is Kerala. Mohini atom is Kerala. Okay, move to next question. By which of the following act Legislative Council of India received the power to discuss the budget? First option is Indian Council Act 1861. Second one is Indian Council Act 1892. Third is Indian Council Act 1909. Last one is Indian Council Act 1919. This is correct option is option B, Indian Council Act 1892. Legislative Council of India received the power to discuss the budget in Indian Council Act 1892. Under this act, the Governor General in Council was authorized to make rules subject to the sanction of the Secretary of State in Council for discussing annual financial statement, commonly known as budget, and for asking questions. Okay, then correct is which following act is Indian Council Act 1892. Move to next question. Right to information has been provided under which of the following fundamental rights? First of all, total fundamental right is 6 fundamental rights. First one, right to equality. Right to equality. Second is right to freedom. Right to freedom. Then third one is right against exploitation. Fourth one is right to freedom in religion. Freedom in religion. Then fifth one is cultural and educational right. And last one is right to constitutional remedies. Then article, right to equality article is 14 to 18. Right to freedom article is 19 to 22. Then right against exploitation is article 23 to 24. And right to freedom in religion is 25 to 28. And cultural and educational right is 29 to 30. Last one is right to constitutional remedies is article 32. Then question is right to information has been provided under which of the following fundamental rights? First option is freedom of association, right to life, freedom of speech and expression, and last one is right to constitutional remedies. Then correct option is freedom of speech and expression, option C. Then move to next question. In India, the procedure for acquiring citizenship is determined by which of the following? First one is president, second is parliament, third one is central government, and fourth one is constitution. Then correct option is option B, parliament. The procedure for acquiring citizenship is determined by the Parliament of India. Article 11 empower the Indian Parliament to make regulation on citizenship by law. It was in exercise of this power that the Citizenship Act 1933 1955 was enacted. The Parliament exercised the power and brought about the Citizenship Amendment Act 2019. Okay, correct option is Parliament. In India, the procedure for acquiring citizenship is determined by Parliament. Then move to next question. The Vishal Andhra movement is related to which of the following? Which of the following? First option is formation of Telangana. Second is formation of Andhra Pradesh. Next option C is incorporation of Hyderabad in Indian Dominion. Last one is making Hyderabad the capital of Andhra Pradesh. Then correct option is formation of Andhra Pradesh. Option B. Correct option is formation of Andhra Pradesh. Option B. The Vishal Andhra movement is related to formation of Andhra Pradesh. The Vishal Andhra movement demanded that the Telugu speaking area, Telugu speaking areas should be separated from the Madras province and be made into a separate Andhra province. Okay, then correct option is Vishal Andhra movement related to formation of Andhra Pradesh. Then move to next question. Which among the following was one of the first regional movement in Indian politics? First regional movement is, first option is Kashmir militant movement. Second, Dravidian movement. Third one is Sikh movement. Fourth one is none of the above. Then correct option is Dravidian movement. Dravidian movement was one of the first regional movement in Indian politics. Among the given option, Dravidian movement was one of the first regional movement in Indian politics. Dravidian movement led to the formation of Dravid Kazhagam under the leadership of Tamil social reformer E.V. Ramaswamy Periyar. E.V. Ramaswamy Periyar. Move to next question. Which type of liberty is not mentioned in the preamble of Indian Constitution? First option is liberty of thought. Second one is liberty of expression. Third one is liberty of faith. Fourth one is economic liberty. Then correct option is economic liberty. Which type of liberty not mentioned? Mention is liberty of thought, liberty of expression, liberty of faith, but not mention is economic liberty. Option D. Economic liberty has not been mentioned in the preamble of the Indian Constitution. However, it talks about economic justice, which means all the natural resources of the country would be available to all its citizens. The preamble provides for the liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship. Okay, then correct one is option D. Move to next question. Which of the following pairs of features of Constitution and its source is incorrectly matched? First one is judicial review is United States, residual power Australia, liberty is France, and last option is rule of law Britain. Then correct option is option B. Residual power have been adopted from the Canadian Constitution, not Australia. This is Canadian Constitution. Residual powers are such powers which are not enumerated in any of the list, means union, state or concurrent list. The union government has the authority to enact legislation of residuary subject. Then other borrowed features of Indian Constitution means United States is borrowed is preamble, written constitution, federal structure of government, fundamental right, judicial review, removal of Supreme Court and High Court judges. Then UK, United Kingdom, borrowed is nominal head means president, designation of prime minister, cabinet system of minister, bicameralism and parliamentary form of government, speaker in Lok Sabha, and most important is single citizenship. Okay, next is Australia borrowed Australia, then is the concurrent list, language of the preamble, provision regarding commerce, trade and intercourse. Then Canada, India of federation with a strong center. Then distribution of power between center and state. Then residuary power with the center. Then Ireland, this is DPSP. Ireland, borrowed feature in Indian Constitution is DPSP. DPSP full form is Directive Principles of State Policy. Then election of president, nomination of members in the Rajya Sabha. Then Japan, procedure of established by law. Procedure of established by law. Russia is 5-year plan. Russia, this is 5 years plan. And Germany, other name is Weimar Constitution. Germany is suspension of fundamental right during the emergency. Then move to next question. The distribution of power between center and state as in the Constitution of India is based on which of the following plans? Which of the following plans? First option is Molle-Minto reforms 1919, Montagu-Chelmsford reforms 1919, Government India Act 1935, Indian Independence Act 1947. Then correct option is Government of India Act 1935, option C. The distribution of power between center and state in the Constitution of India is based on the Government of India Act 1935. Under this act, the functions of the government were divided into 3 categories. First one is federal list. This is 59 subject. Then second is provincial list. This is 54 subject. Then last one is concurrent list. Concurrent list. This is 36 subject. Then correct option is Government of India Act 1935. Then move to next question. In which schedule of Constitution the demand for including Chhattisgarhi Bhasha is raised in Rajya Sabha? Option 1 is 8th schedule. Option 2 is 9th schedule. Option C is 10th schedule. Option D is 11th schedule. Then correct one is 8th schedule. 8 schedules. The demand for including Chhattisgarhi Bhasha or Chhattisgarhi language in the 8th schedule of the Indian Constitution has been raised. The 8th schedule lists the official language recognized by the Indian Constitution, and there have been effort to include Chhattisgarhi in this list. Then correct option is 8th schedule. Move to next question. Which one of the following constitutional authorities inquires and decides in case of doubts and disputes arising out of election of the president and vice president? First one is the Supreme Court of India. Second is the Election Commission of India. Third option is the Parliamentary Committee. Fourth one is or last one is the High Court of Delhi. Then correct option is the Supreme Court of India. According to Article 71. According to Article 71 of the Indian Constitution, all doubt and dispute arising out of or in connections with the election of a president or vice president shall be inquired into and decided by the Supreme Court, whose decision shall be final decision. The Supreme Court of India is the highest judicial authority of country. Okay, then correct option is the Supreme Court of India. Move to next question. Executive power of the state invested of the governor by which article of Indian Constitution? Article 156, Article 155, Article 154, Article 153. Then correct option is option C, Article 154. Article 154 of the Indian Constitution states that the executive power of the state shall be vested in the governor and shall be exercised by him either directly or through officers subordinate to him. The article effectively vested the executive power of the state on the governor. Then correct option is option C. Move to next question. Who was the first female chief justice of a state high court in India? Then first option Syed Tahir, Leila Seth, Rumapal, Fatima Bibi. Then correct option is Leila Seth. Option B is correct. The first female Chief Justice of a state high court in India was Leila Seth. She made history by becoming the first woman to hold this position in Himachal Pradesh. Which state? Himachal Pradesh. High Court, August 5, 1991. Leila Seth, the first female Chief Justice of a state high court in India. Then move to next question. To whom does the Public Accounts Committee submit the report? First one is Chairman of Rajya Sabha. Second option is Speaker of Lok Sabha. Third one is President of India. Fourth one is Union Finance Minister. Correct option is Speaker of Lok Sabha. The Public Account Committee means PAC. Full form is P for Public, A for Account, C for Committee. Public Accounts Committee submit its report to the Speaker of the Lok Sabha. This is because the Public Account Committee is a committee of selected members of the Lok Sabha, and its primary function is to examine the audit report of the CAG. CAG full form is Comptroller and Auditor General, and ensure that the government expenditure are in line with the allocation made by the Parliament. The correct option is option B. Move to next question or last question. Vote of non-confidence motion is brought in which house? First one is Rajya Sabha, second Lok Sabha, third one is in any house, fourth one is none of these. Correct option is Lok Sabha. Option B. A vote of non-confidence motion is brought in the Lok Sabha, which is the lower house of the Parliament of India. Upper house is Rajya Sabha. Lower house is Lok Sabha. Non-confidence motion is brought in Lok Sabha. This is because the Lok Sabha in the house where government needs to prove its majority. According to the rules, a non-confidence motion can be introduced in the Lok Sabha only at least 50 members support it. Okay, over the today class. Thank you. Jai Jagannath.